is volcanic passion from Niger.
Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Five Aside. So today is going to be
Yeah.
like a quick episode because we have to do this. Our Niger boys, I guess, made us proud today for the first time in a long time. So get us to go beef and don't make quick episode. Well,
Fair
yeah.
enough, fair enough, fair enough.
So you made a funny comment in the group when I was like, "We are pretty good in transition." You were like, "This one they watch, this one they watch tactics." uh, that's real though because this game was really, you could tell the energy, the passion. I feel like man, nothing about him actually be that intentional because the
Okay.
guys were really, they looked really up for it from the get go.
I like the way we started. It seemed like the and I don't know how much bearing this has on it, but there's a lot of social media jokes that led up to the game where like Nigerians like were really criticizing, Osimhen and Nigerian players, and they were like putting Benin flags in front of their handles and
Yeah, so
changing
that
their numbers from +22234 to +229, or what's Benin's
they went that far.
area code. Yeah, it was very funny. They were really, really on their case. And because we know that these players, at least this current crop of players, are very socially active, it's safe to say that they saw it and I guess they acted accordingly. Especially, the man of the moment, Victor Osimhen,
So
who I never really had any doubt on personally, or had doubted, for lack of a better term. Yeah, I never doubted.
yeah, I don't really understand the criticism him specifically gets because I mean I get criticism for some players, but I don't think I've ever watched Osimhen play for Nigeria and actually like look like any effort was lacking, has ever been lacking. Even I remember the last AFCON where guys are on his ass. I'm like, bro, I know he didn't really score, but this guy was balling. Like,
Yeah,
when someone plays well, and you're like, you know what, like you deserve a goal. He had a lot of those kind of performances in the last AFCON, despite
yeah,
us not winning.
yeah. He did.
But
He
yeah, but
doesn't
he, I
lack
mean, he
for
never
effort.
lacks for passion and effort when put.
He
Yeah.
doesn't lack for effort. But I think it's just the thing that if Egypt fail to qualify, who
Mm-hmm.
is the first person you hold?
Salah, of course.
If I guess when Drogba
Would
was
you?
still
Would you
playing,
really do?
yeah, of course you
You
would.
know, I
Of
can,
course
I
you
can,
would.
I can come for. Okay, let's say if Egypt doesn't qualify for World Cup, let's say Senegal does. I can use that in a debate versus Salah versus Mane. I'm like, you see what Mane did for his country, blah blah blah. But in terms of talking about Egypt as a country,
That has nothing to do with anything. That has nothing to do with the nuance that you're adding is not supposed to be added. You're adding
I
nuance
think I
in
would
like
judge Salah.
conversations. The owner of Egypt is Salah. There's no like you don't have to do all these like, oh, if we're doing in this context, or if you are
Have
talking
you been
about
criticizing
Norway,
Harry?
if you're talking about Norway, right? As much as Odegaard is probably the captain, who would you hold? It's Haaland.
Okay,
you
so the
hold you
previous
hold the
tournament.
star player you hold the star player accountable
Mm.
for the country's wins and losses. Okay, for the longest, right? Ryan Giggs didn't get any. Oh, Wales couldn't go to the World Cup and blah blah blah. They're not good enough. Till Gareth Bale came, and although yes, they did have better players,
Mhm.
true, but the main owner of the team was Gary Bale, and it showed because of how far he was able to wheel the team on. So we can't add nuances. If Nigeria is flopping, we are going to hold Osimhen. Of
Okay, see,
course
see,
we
what,
would.
see what I'm saying here because I don't remember. Maybe I was too young. I don't remember gigs ever getting criticized for Wales not qualifying.
No, no,
Or
no. I mean, we use. I guess that I should have said that better. It was more like it was accepted that the country wasn't good enough to qualify, right? And Giggs didn't get too much slander until Gareth Bale came and showed that, you know,
exactly.
that you can elevate. While yes, the it's a team sport, but individually you can elevate the team to beyond where it's supposed to be based on the talent of the team. You individually can elevate that team to where they need to be or to higher than they've been.
Yeah,
So that
yes, that has happened though. But like the example with Rose is a good one. Sometimes people just accept, okay, that country's not good enough. Because even George Weah, no one ever criticized him for not carrying like
yeah,
Haaland, for example, before recently, he wasn't really getting criticized when Norway wasn't qualifying, even though he was there. But now we're seeing what he can do with some like, oh wow, like this guy is really is about to be a
He's
great
if
thing.
I feel like if you are a superstar and your country is like semi decent, like top 50 ranked or thereabouts,
Yeah.
you should be able to elevate your team to making the World Cup. Yeah, you
So
should be.
so I guess the likes of Norway and Haaland get a pass.
No, he doesn't. That's what I'm saying. You hold him accountable.
Yeah,
Like,
but I'm saying
and and,
he
and
wasn't doing that.
I saw criticism on Haaland though. That's why I'm like I was a bit. I didn't say anything. I saw
Mm,
criticism of Haaland. I personally
for
saw
the
criticism of Haaland.
Euros, I don't think he has. I feel like the narrative was more like
Also,
they
he's
are good
pretty
enough.
young.
His numbers are
He's
good. Yeah.
he's pretty young too. So it's like it was a bit too premature. But I did see criticism of him. Anyways, we're going too far. We're talking
Okay.
about European players.
That's true.
I'm
But
not. I'm not here for that.
personally, I just felt like the criticism on like Osimhen was just over the top. Even
It
just the
was
way you look at
because
his
he was
numbers,
missing games
he's,
due to injuries too.
and he's been
Like,
performing. His numbers are
and
pretty
he's been
good as
performing
well.
when he plays. Yeah, he's been missing games too. But I think this is a legacy match for him. Like this history will be kind to him when we speak on him, and I think this even makes him surpass Rashidi Yekini for goals for Nigeria. I think, if I'm not mistaken.
I don't think he has yet. I think he's probably
Yeah,
about close to. It's very very close, like probably 20.
no, he has. He's 39. 39 goals.
Are you serious?
Yekini should be 37.
We need to check on that. 'Cause I thought he was still at 20 something, 29, 25. But yeah,
Yeah,
oh,
he surpassed him. He's 39. Yekini is 37.
are you serious? Wow,
Osimhen,
that's huge. Why haven't I seen like that online that much?
because the qualification or the playoff qualification supersede
I mean,
supersede. Oh, okay, okay. No, it might be 29. I might be getting that wrong.
yeah, yeah, because I feel like if he surpassed Yekini today,
It should
Omo,
have been, yeah, it should have been bigger. Yeah,
it would have
it's
been
probably
crazy.
29.
I mean, he
Quite.
will. It's just a matter of time, just a few games.
It's a matter of time. It's a matter
Yeah,
of time.
because I was seeing someone made a tweet calling him the best player Nigeria has ever had.
Ah, no. But I saw somebody saying it's better than Okochacha. I don't know. I think I can.
See, my take on that is that
I
if
think so.
if Osimhen, I don't think I can really. He will be. He's on his way there. He can't be second top scorer of all time in the country and not be in the
Yeah,
conversation.
yeah, yeah.
To solidify that, he needs to win something. The fact he hasn't been to a World Cup yet is not. It doesn't look nice when you compare him to like the likes of Yekini, Sunday Odebami, and I'm saying Sunday, is it Sunday Odebami?
You don't add you're adding your legends together. What did I think Osimhen was 39? I was 29.
Yeah, but I mean, it's not. He's very close to it.
No, no, he's doing very well. I think it was a very very good performance as a whole. I low key expected more from Benin Republic. I just because of how well they've been doing, but I was a bit I was a bit disappointed in how toothless they were. They were controlling possession a bit, but the way this 4-4-2 that Erichel is setting them up in
Hmm.
is not meant for possession and clearly doesn't really hold possession at all. But it's meant for like transition, set pieces, long balls, like balls into space. I guess it works. It worked a treat today, and all three of his goals were
Quality.
quality,
Yeah,
quality.
like
From the true pass from what's his name, Chukwueze, then the delivery from Chukwueze, and then the set piece goal as well.
yep.
All very, 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 very,
He's
very
all
good.
round player as well. Even him like tracking back. This guy ran himself ragged, which is
Oh yeah, he did. He did. He always puts himself. He runs hard for the team, so it doesn't seem like he's shouting is in vain because you can walk the walk, but can you talk? You can
even
talk the talk. Can you walk the walk?
even trying setting up a few of his
Yeah,
teammates.
yeah, he did. And this couple of these clowns in the national team.
That's when
I mean, Moses Simon had an assist or two today, but
Daniel went
like
up on Didi.
that guy has been vexing me, man. That guy has been vexing me. Vexing me. I think he had like prior to this, he had like 2 assists in 2 years or
That's Daniel
something.
going
Like
off
one
on
very
Daniel
criminal
was going
stat.
off on Didi. The laid back pass or what Osimhen gives to him and Didi like scoffed the chance.
Yeah, 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 yeah. But then again, do you really expect goals from a DD lineup? Anyways, but it was a wonderful performance. The problem now is that this is just the beginning of the battle,
Yeah,
right?
I heard. Or I read.
Yeah, yeah, the beginning of the battle because we now need to go to Morocco and play two playoff matches, right? So we are going to automatically play Gabon for sure,
Hmm. Yep.
right? Because Gabon is the lowest ranked team in the playoffs. Then Cameroon will face Congo. Then the winner of Nigeria Gabon will face the winner of Cameroon Congo.
How
But
strong?
then it's still not done.
You have to go to the
Then
winners of the Oceania.
we have to now go and play the intercontinental playoff. However, though, if we qualify, right? Because I did the numbers, right? We're 45th in world rankings, and out of the 44 teams ahead of us, the only team that has the propensity to be seeded higher than the only team that is seeded higher than us and is going to that has the chance to go to that tournament is Panama, right?
Hmm.
And Panama, they're top of their group. They're second in their group, but only like they have the same points as the person top. I think it's 6 points so far. So they may not even get there. But they are the only team that is ranked higher than us that has the possibility of going to that
To the
tournament.
playoffs.
Why that's important is because when you get to the tournament, right, there are two brackets, right?
Hmm.
There are two unseeded teams who first play each other in the semifinal on both sides of the bracket, right?
Hmm.
And then the winners of those will now face the seeded teams in the final. So they're saying like it's 4 games, but more than likely, if we make it, we'll be one of the seeded teams there, and we'll probably face an unseeded team. So it's really only 3 games.
Games, yeah. So
Yeah,
play this one game.
it's
I
really
love
only
that you did your due diligence with.
yeah. I've been doing permutations all day. I've been doing if there's another group chat I mean that I was screaming like because at one point when it was 3-0, we had the same goal difference as Burkina Faso. So I was screaming, what is the tiebreaker here if we end on +6 and +6 with Burkina Faso?
Yeah.
So I was like very, very like nervous. I was like, and then Franco Yeka scored, and then it didn't matter now because we're
So
now
so
plus seven.
apparently they took away the points from any team that the 1 points based off the last team in their group or something like that.
Yeah, so the what that was because of Eritrea. They had left
Hmm.
the qualifiers. So to balance it out, right, they would take the points that you won off the last place team or the points that you got off the last place team, and then that would adjust for it. For us, right, we got -2, but that's only because we underperformed against Zimbabwe 1-1, 1-1. So if we had won if we had won at least one
Yeah.
of those games, we would have gotten like -3, right, to balance it out.
So
So
I guess in some ways, us not starting with kind of played in our favor.
No, because if I also thought about that too.
Yeah.
No, because if you had gotten the points, it would have probably helped you to be first. And if you're
That's
first,
fair.
the
That's fair.
subtraction doesn't matter to
Yeah.
you. So I was thinking about like, doesn't it balance it out if we like, isn't it good that we kind of underperform? Yeah, and yes, for the playoffs, for the second place. But if you did, you would have probably been first, and minus whatever doesn't count for you, right?
That's true. That's
I
true.
think a lot of it was because what the went through the Finidi George route, man, and that was very, very, very fucking disastrous, man. That guy wanted to burn the country
You know,
down.
one thing I noticed, Sha, is that I mean, of course, we played an amazing game today, especially in transition and everything, because Benin was trying to, give us
Yeah, they were
their
playing
small
settled
tiki
football.
taka. I saw the idea. I was like, okay, I can see
Yeah,
why
but
they were where they are in a sense. But kind of like with AFCON, I think we are really, really a transition based team. I think we struggle when we actually have to create
and
play from the back.
I hate. So I think everybody has this journey in Nigeria. Unless you were maybe born and raised here, it's kind of hard to like. But if you did a spell back home,
Hmm.
maybe high school, you were born and raised in Nigeria, you have that thing where you really, really believe in Nigeria. Like you believe in them, right?
Of course.
It's just how it is. You believe in them. and then they will break your heart. And they
Yeah,
will break your heart so badly that it's not like your club, right? Like club football, where okay, this is a well established organization that will churn in different like the cog will still keep running,
your club will
right?
keep continuing. They'll get a different manager. They'll
You'll
keep
get a
buy
manager,
new
you
players.
go through lows, you go through highs and
Yeah,
stuff like that. But Nigeria can be like perpetual lows for years. So much so that if you stopped supporting Nigeria in like 2014, right? And you started like last week, you wouldn't have missed anything. Like you would not have missed anything of like maybe of course the players are different, but you would not have missed anything in terms of titles, in terms of like because the last AFCON we won was 2013. Like you would not have missed anything in terms of titles. In we have not gone further in the World Cup than we did before then, anyways. So like nothing has changed. It's just crap after crap after crap.
yeah.
For somebody like me who has unfortunately like been following Nigeria national team, it has been very, 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 very frustrating. So like all of us have had that thing like I don't say Nigeria. I say this to say like most people are just I couldn't care less. I
Yeah, I've
couldn't care
definitely
less.
had that phase. I think
Yeah,
I'm
yeah, like
probably even
everybody's just like
getting back there since from last AFCON itself.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Even AFCON, I didn't even pay attention.
I don't think anybody truly, I don't think it's wise to do it to fully invest yourself like you invest in your football club or other teams you support or other sports.
Yeah.
Because when I watch Nigeria play football, I hate how we play ball. Like the ball is really police ball, Barim Buga. Ball is always in the air. Pull, pull. Like no. Like the ball can. It's called football. I know we use chest and head, but those are like sub parts of the sports. The ball should be on the ground. Like why oh fucking why have we not invested in our midfield? How or like why? Why do we keep doing? And I've grown to appreciate Iwobi, right? Like Iwobi has been like we've insulted him and come back, and I feel like stop me when I feel like I'm ranting at this point because I have a lot of frustrations with them. I've grown to appreciate Iwobi. He is very, very consistent, never misses a game, always available, does his job, and does his job to a very high degree. That this is me, like we used to abuse him, Iwobi useless, and I appreciate him. I really, 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 really want this guy, Eric Chell, or whoever is going to be our next manager if we get another one. But he's doing a good job, so he'll probably be here. I want us to invest in our midfield. I do not like the fact that the football we play is just one, two, small one, twos in the back, then go, just launching
We
balls.
don't really have a real like controller in midfield, or
At
what we call like
all. At
can
all. At all.
dictate the tempo. Like because you know Iwobi is the best we have, but he's not really. That's not his game. He's
That's
more of
really
like
not his game.
he's more of like a almost like an Ezra in a sense that is being forced to have to do that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's not his game. To be fair, I really didn't even rate Mikel like that, but we miss someone like
We need somebody like as in there are so many game states where you watch like there's no reason why this ball we are launching into us and a lot of these balls that we launch to Osimhen are usually very pointless balls. Like if we launch like 15, Osimhen gets like 3, right? Or 4, right? 2 he lays off perfectly. 1 maybe a bad pass. The rest just rubbish. You are giving him a duel to go and fight with defender and God has kind of blessed us that he's probably one of the only few strikers in the world that can actually do that soft ahead football
Mhm.
and bring us into play and make an
Nah,
assist out
street
of it.
boy.
Yeah, like it's really street ball, and I don't know how. Maybe God know what thing they do because if they had given us if it was only like somebody like Lukman, right? That type of European like
I
type
think
of play.
Isak does not put up the numbers that Osimhen puts up for Nigeria. I
Yeah,
don't
yeah,
think
yeah, he doesn't,
he doesn't.
and neither of them would like maybe Gyökeres because he likes to do
Yeah,
grabbing
maybe.
too, but
Yeah,
the type of football that we play, only Osimhen in world football, like in high level football, can actually like dance with this kind of rubbish that we're feeding him. It's not what a world class striker should be collecting, but I
yeah.
guess he does it and it works for us.
But see, I 100% agree. I think our midfield needs work. We don't have Ndidi. First of all, I think Ndidi's pass is best to save.
Ndidi is past his best.
Yeah,
There was a time when Ndidi was the gold standard for DMs.
I agree.
When they were doing all these like analysis on like who should you buy for your like he was the gold standard. He was young, he's athletic, he intercepts like mad. But right now, man, oh man,
Yeah, even if you have an Ndidi self, even at his best, you probably need to pay him up with somebody, especially with the level of like let's say Nigeria in African football. We should be
yeah,
the amongst the Spains or whatever of Africa at least.
yeah. We don't need to even go far. We need to be like Senegal. You have
Exactly. Like see what
Spain,
Senegal
is
is
too
like
far.
when
It's
Senegal is playing
Senegal.
team,
Senegal is the gold standard
when they play
for
team,
African
they
football right now.
dominate. They dominate. You're not looking for okay, which team is a better footballing team when you're watching Senegal. I watched their game, their last game, bro. They are clearly the best.
No, like that's what I'm saying. Like you were going too far with all these European guys. Let those ones go. Those ones are way ahead in like one of the things that they say like one of the best ways to develop your national team is to improve
Yeah.
your league, right? When you're talking about Spanish league, English league, French league, those leagues are well established. So there's always talent
You
to
know,
pull from.
I'm saying amongst our
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay,
countries,
yeah, yeah, for sure, for sure.
Nigeria is not supposed to be the way we that our last game against Zimbabwe. I was like, what is happening here?
The all the match. That's how all their matches are. Every
Yeah,
game you just be like,
you're
what am
not
I watching? What
so
am I
you're
watching?
not seeing a
Especially
difference in quality between the two teams on the field. You're not
at
seeing it.
all. Like we actually adjust to their rubbish, and a lot of times, I even that's even being like rude to them. A lot of times, these teams play well against us.
They
A
do.
lot of times
Actually
they
do.
do. Like let me not even make it look like we're always facing minnows and we are like our
I
quality is
remember
dropping.
South Africa AFCON, bro. They were outplayed. I don't know how we won that
Guy,
match. We were outplayed. That last AFCON we played now against South Africa, I think.
I thought that this guy was either I don't know the logic behind Eric Chell because when he came, I think he was Mali's coach, and Mali were playing ball. They lost on penalties. That's why the meme of them pouring water on his head
Yeah,
and all those things.
I
Like, yeah,
remember.
yeah. I thought that when he came, we were going to start playing 4-3-3, right? Three-man midfield, two wingers, Osimhen,
Hmm.
right? We are not doing that. I don't know if he's doing it based on the
Squad.
squad available,
Yeah,
right? Because you no matter what formation you have in your head, if you don't have the talent or
profiles.
the profiles, exact that's even a better word, the profiles to fit it, then you shouldn't probably do it. So I don't know if it's a thing where he's doing it because of the profiles we have, or he's doing it because he just that's just his thing. But I ideally would want a three-man midfield for like more control and
Let's get it.
less gidigbo, like Agewole football, Gary football. Like the football is very, 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 very Garium. Like and when you, especially if you have like a team that you watch European football, like you watch your Chelsea's, you watch your Liverpool's, and your Barca and Madrid. Watching that week on a week in week out basis, and then coming to watch Nigeria,
Well, now, so you
yeah,
can just say
you could just get headache,
we've
man.
got ways to go overall. Overall.
Headache. And these people play in Europe. That's the painful thing. They are not so subpar in quality that we're like, this is not a football we can play. They play these things, they play this type of football in their clubs. In
Yeah.
their clubs, they play it. So that's why I'm like, why is the ball? My brother in Christ, why is the ball in the air? Is it like is they didn't play the ball and you headed it back? You had the ball in the ground. Next thing you have just gone long. Were they pressing you high? Because when they press you high, and there's
Yeah.
space behind, that's the of course that's the opposite of like, that's the way to counter high pressing. Like you go long because there's space behind. They're not pressing you high. There are four defenders or five defenders are back. You have the space to hold the ball. Next thing you don't launch up. Why? And it's not that you launch it, right? And then somebody's running off Osimhen. Right?
Yeah.
Okay, like like the Heskey Owen, old school Liverpool, this thing, or like the big guy has the ball down, the
Yep.
smaller striker is
Just
running.
two man.
That's the beauty of 4-4-2. But that's not how it is. Oh. You will have Tolu Arukadari, big guy, or this guy Adams I just called big guy. Osimhen too, big guy. You've thrown the ball. If Osimhen has the ball, this guy has to come from the other side and come and head the ball. I'm like, no, now. Which kind of police barracks football is this now? Put the ball down.
I wonder if it's just because of like maybe we don't really have a standard way of playing, like a Niger way of playing. One, and then all these players play for very, very different clubs that probably haven't. They've all played very few times together.
But isn't that the headache of every international team?
Everything. I mean,
That's the problem every
especially
international
in
team
Africa.
manager has. They
True,
don't have enough
true.
time to play with their teams, and now Senegal is a team that has had their coach for a while, right?
That's a
So
good point.
regardless of who comes through their draft, they will always kind of play the same way. So there is continuity there. That one for sure. I can give them that one. But and I don't think we've had any manager. No,
Yeah,
no, honestly.
we've been chopping and changing managers a little bit for a while now. So
I don't know
everybody
what was the idea without behind Finidi George. We were only like two,
there's
three
position
games in
football.
our
There's nothing like position football. I've been now.
yeah. What was that thing said? There's not like tactics.
There's nothing
People
like
that
tactics.
said the big I really think that if we even stayed with this Pesero guy, right, the guy
Mhm.
that we fired for him, I honestly feel like the guy would have probably gotten it right at some point, and they would have just been packing points because he got sacked after our second or third game in the qualifiers, or so second or third game.
Yeah,
Then
but
we brought
I don't even know if we even have Nigeria even have an identity itself. I can say okay, let's say like France. France basically tweaks their tactics based on who they are facing. Like I know that's been Deschamps' criticism for a long time. The fact
yeah,
that
he's very pragmatic.
yeah,
Yeah,
he's very very pragmatic, and we all know Spain. We
oh
know
yeah,
Brazil. We know what Brazil tries to do, whether he fails or succeeds.
hmm
Nigeria, the only thing I know about Nigeria back in the days was okay, they go pass more for back, they call the thumb ball. Very, very slow, slow tempo, slowest of tempos ball. Then they now pass it back and cross. But besides that, I don't really know what we try to do.
Nigeria is supposed to be like we are supposed to be like flair based, like flair, like
94, when I watched videos of 94 back
yeah.
in the days,
We are actually supposed. That's actually our national identity. Like just like nice because the quality had always been good. So small possession play, then flair in like the right places. So
play on the wings,
that's
bro.
Nigeria's identity.
Agawa,
Agawa,
Muneke,
like
all these guys. At least
yeah, we always had flair.
we used to have flair. Like back in
Yeah,
the days,
that,
really,
that was that was our that was
so
our
the
thing.
list, I watched that 94 games on CD many times. We had it in our house. That's Roberto Baggio and Zula getting red card game. But
Hmm.
now we were good.
Yeah, we
That
were, we
that
were.
good thing was never an overestimation. We are actually really really good. We were just unlucky to meet Spain, like to meet Italy at the time.
Yeah,
But
I
I
think I
don't.
think we're very good. It's just Nigeria's problem, right? Is the national problem. I remember like
It's what
the
is
first time I realized that we
anyway.
had a problem. Which World Cup was this? Was it the 2010 World Cup? Or was it right before the 2010 World Cup? So they used to have these magazines that would show. It was 442. I think it was a 442 magazine, and it'll tell you every country, their star player, how they got to the World Cup, their strengths and their weaknesses. For all the 36 was it 36 or 32? For all 32, sorry, 32 countries that qualified, right? When you go to Nigeria, Nigeria was the only country that its weakness was not like there was not footballing, was not a footballing reason. Like they'll say maybe the defense is not as good as the attack.
Yeah.
Okay, you put something like Sweden, star player, Zlatan. The weakness, defense is not as good as the attack or midfield or something like that. Nigeria was the only team that his problem they wrote was political. We are not a war-torn country, didn't have civil war, nothing. The only problem was politics and corruption. That was the only weakness. And the article wrote that it has transcended the national the country. It's now does not enter the football, and that was the only problem we had. That was our major weakness, and it still is to today. I don't know if you saw this Olise's podcast that he just did
Oh yeah,
recently,
I saw the podcast.
how the reason why they are even like pushing for this is because when we qualify to the World Cup, the money they get, they're supposed to send it, do half 50-50 percent goes to the players, 50 gets to the NFF, and then their plan is to just or what they did was just to chop the money. And we are still having those problems in big 2025. We're still having political issues with our national team to date. Till date, it's it is a burden being a Niger fan. Why are we going through this long route of playoff and another playoff again? Like we have to first face Gabon and face Aubameyang, who is in like in scorching form. And if we get past them, we gotta meet the old enemy, Cameroon, the old enemy of Nigeria, Cameroon.
Yeah,
And if we don't beat the old enemy of Cameroon, we'll meet somebody worse. The person that beats Cameroon, like whoever beats them, you now have to go and face them just to only finish that and still go and play at least another playoff match intercontinentally in March. Like the this was not necessary.
yeah.
This
It,
whole process was not necessary.
it's.
Just
I mean,
win
I
your
know this
games
guy. This guy was
at
injured,
home.
sha, right?
It
Osimhen was injured for
it
four
shouldn't
games.
matter. Why are you drawing back to back games with Zimbabwe? Last in the group. Do you need must Osimhen be there to win against Zimbabwe? Why are we I think we even drew with Lesotho. Why? Why did we draw with Lesotho? In our house, in our own country. Why? Lesotho is inside South Africa. Why? Why? What's the reason for this? Now we have to play. And you know how grueling and unforgiving it is? There is a possibility that Nigeria will play those two qualify, like beat Gabon, hopefully, then hopefully beats whoever comes out of the next match. AFCON is in December 21st. So somebody like Osimhen will play October, play November, play your club games, come back in December, and still probably have to play again in March. That's assuming things go well.
This boy is good, right? The
Who?
Tolu guy. I
Yeah,
think
yeah, yeah.
he's decent.
He's pretty decent. I saw him today.
Because
He's pretty
of
decent.
course, I think we've become quite Osimhen dependent. The fact that those
Very,
first
very,
four games he missed, those are the games that put us in the predicament where we ended up in.
very Osimhen dependent.
Boniface, I won't lie, I'm among those that really hyped him when he came up. He's really not impressed me for Nigeria, especially.
I don't even think he has scored.
Yeah, Victor Boniface has not impressed me for
He
Nigeria.
has not even scored for us at all. He doesn't have a goal at all.
And I actually had high hopes for him, like a lot, especially that because of that invisible season.
The Leverkusen season.
Played really, really well. I don't think his form for the Leverkusen has not. I was going to say it has not carried over to Nigeria, but I've not really seen that form again since then. So,
His own is just memes and jokes on Twitter.
the Tolu guy, Sha, his movement looks nice and his size is that's a unit.
he is a unit. I like the way he plays. He looks very cultured. I do think that the next person we should be like going for like to attack after Osimhen, if Osimhen is not performing, is actually Ademola Lookman. That's
Yeah,
that's the
Lookman, of
reigning
course, of
that's
course.
the reigning African player of the year. Like that's who the next responsibility should fall on.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah, so that's the person I'm looking at as far like why were you underperforming in the games that Osimhen was not available?
that's very
Because we
true.
do know that Osimhen is not even low key. He is injury prone. I don't know how we are going to. Hopefully, I hope we can have him against Gabon. I hope we can hopefully win that game and have him again in the other games that we'll need him to.
Yeah, he
Because if
cannot.
he's
We
not
cannot
there,
let old Obamayang destroy us when we have
I don't
Osimhen.
know whether he's old or young, but that man is on
He's on
form.
he's on fire.
That guy is on smoke.
Yeah.
Gabon did so well that it's very really painful that they are here. You know how good they did. They're top of they're top. Yeah, they're top of this playoff Group E, and they haven't even played. They hadn't even played their game 8. Like they were already top, even if like without that, like they had
Yeah.
already like. I was just like,
It's
man,
sad how they ended up, Sha. But it is what it is. It works in our favor. Yeah. Well, I really just hope we get through this thing because I need Nigeria and Osimhen in the World Cup.
I need my own is just I need that Nike. You know Nike always does us right with their jerseys, man. Every World
Well,
Cup.
you want the jerseys.
Yeah, man. Nike gives us some real fire. Don't you remember that 2018 one now?
Yeah, I remember.
That 2018 one. Yeah, that was
See
fire.
now,
Nike always gives us.
the world needs to see Nigeria in the World Cup. That's why they connive to make sure we enter this play.
We should do more. The next one I need is like just be giving us penalty. Just I will penalty.
Because really, man, see, it will be honestly. Oh, no, Aubameyang will be all right. He has been to World. Has he been to World Cup before?
I don't think so.
I
No,
don't think so.
Gabon has not been to the World Cup.
Yeah, guy, this is actually crazy. They've extended World Cup now. This one we call the struggle to enter. Guy,
Guy,
God.
guy, guy. I feel like if we get the African playoff spots, then we are going to the World Cup. I know it sounds long, and it is, but the theoretically the intercontinental playoff,
I think it's easier than the African one.
100%. It's not. I don't think it's 100% easier than that.
I saw
And it's
something like
only and if we
UEFA.
get there, it's only one game we're playing.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
more than likely, it's only one game
I
that
know
we'll
there are
play.
two slots available for playoffs.
Yeah, so there are two slots available for players in that tournament, but for the African contingent, it's only one that's coming out. So we have to scrap it out. I just hope we can beat Gabon, and I have a feeling that it'll be Nigeria, Gabon, then and Nigeria, Cameroon for that last spot. I
I'm not really that worried about Cameroon. I don't really. How are they been playing? Because they've not been playing well.
they've not been playing well,
Who is their
but
star man? Did you see
Mbuemo.
that guy from that was playing
It's
in Ronaldo's
Mbuemo.
team? I don't
It's
believe that.
Mbuemo. Mbuemo is their star man.
No, you remember that guy though? The guy that was scoring for Al Nassr like like a beast before Ronaldo.
Who?
So against Brazil,
Abubakar.
Abubakar.
Vincent Abubakar.
The only one I remember.
No, 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 no. That guy is too old. I beg.
See,
He's
Nigeria
too
will
old.
cook. I think we should make it to the World Cup. It's a long thing, but I don't know why I have a soft confidence. Maybe it's just
Don't have any confidence. I don't know where you people are getting confidence,
see
but
as a gunner, I have to always have hope on my team, regardless. Look at the positives. Whatever happens
I,
will happen.
that's fair. I don't have that much confidence because I just feel as though like probably will probably be because they've disappointed so many times now. So
Oh,
when they
like they have.
disappoint,
I don't know if you
yeah,
remember 2000, probably the first qualifiers I was involved in, not really having that much knowledge, but I struggled to make sense of how we didn't make it to 2006 World Cup after we beat Zimbabwe 5-0 in the last game.
yeah. Wait, which one are you talking about?
This is 2006 World Cup. This is actually that was the first qualifier I kind of like watched. I was still very young. I didn't even know, I don't even know the numbers or whatever, but 5-0. I think my uncle was trying to explain to me that, yeah, it's still not enough, that we have to
Mhm.
depend on other results. So we didn't make it to 2006 World Cup.
Yeah, yeah.
That's the
We
first one
didn't.
I actually watched, like seriously. We were in this same situation back then. We won 5-0 in our last game, but it was not enough because
We're
Zimbabwe
always we're
lost.
always needing to do miracles in the end, and it's just the nature of the nation. Just
No be
doing
don't
last
lie.
minute anyhow, like everybody scrambles, and then niggas remember that okay, we really
We
have
can
to
actually ball.
see. I was convinced that we would either beat Benin. Me, my own projection for the Benin match was like 2-1,
Mm.
or worse, like nightmare 1-1. That was my prediction because I was like, I couldn't just see where the goals were going to come from. I just couldn't see the whole qualifiers. We had not been scoring at all, so I was like, where are these guys going to get goals from? But
That's Osimhen. Osimhen gave us three, so
yeah,
that's it. Hopefully, he continues in that form. But
hopefully he does. Hopefully he stays fit.
mm,
That's
that's
Osman's
true.
my biggest gripe with him. Hopefully he stays fit.
Anyway,
But
it was beautiful. Today's was my best day in football from an international perspective as far as Nigeria is concerned since 2013 Sunday back.
really, I feel like for me it's not though. I feel like the last AFCON we had some
Nah, I
good.
was more like, wow, we won. We didn't play, but we play well, but we won. Okay, I was happy. But like in terms of like, oh wow, I'm impressed by like how we
Oh,
actually played. I won't lie. Like today, I was quite okay. Like especially with Osimhen and Chukwueze. Also Calvin Bassi. Calvin Bassi actually played, even though
oh
he's
no, there was so much agenda at stake.
he was
They
the
were
way he
like
was
that guy
trying
with the sack for
to
back. They were looking for him. They were looking for Chukwueze. They were looking for so many guys, and almost every single person that they were looking for delivered today.
they
So
actually put up a
yeah,
performance. So
Moses Simon had assists. I'm like
Chukwueze
like
had two assists, Abi.
yeah, Chukwueze. I think they both had 2 assists. Yeah, who took the free kick for Osimhen's third goal?
I actually don't remember at this
Yeah, I
point.
think it was Moses Simon. I think they both had two
The
assists.
keeper actually did a pretty decent job, even though there are some shaky-ish moments.
Did they really test him though?
They didn't even test him. But I'm saying
Did
in
you
terms of
really
like
test?
crosses coming to the box,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I used to be so scared like about crosses, but at least he handled most of them well. There's only one occasion I remember him dropping the ball, my heart kind of skipped more, and he caught it back again. It's not even always his shot stopping. Sometimes it's just simple crosses in the box. He'd be looking very shaky.
Yeah, he tends to do that. I don't know whether it's a concentration issue for him, but at
Probably.
this point, Nigeria has had a keeper problem since Enyamadi, so I don't know when we are going to resolve that. We've had a goalkeeping
One thing
problem.
I also wanted to say: did we look defensively better today that our captain was missing?
I think we always look better when Truth doesn't start. I'm not even lying. I really am not lying. I think that Truth and Semi Ajayi are both slow, right?
Mm,
Ultimately, that Friedrichs kid, that boy is a talent. Our right back, Benjamin
he
Friedrichs.
looked really good today.
That guy was on lockdown mode, man. I was like, yep, this is what we should be scouting. This is what we should be drafting directly. Like
Yeah, he
I,
looked very very
he
good.
looked really good. Now, Semi Ajayi and Trust Ekong are very slow, but Semi Ajayi is more assured in like set piece defending.
Hmm.
So I would rather have him than Trust. Now, if you put two of them on the run, it's going to be a long day. But
Yeah,
I honestly think we look better with
yeah,
Semi
they
Ajayi.
look better today to me compared to the
Yeah,
game I watched last time. I was like, yeah, they looked way more assured. The
yeah.
biggest problem I saw that last game was not even our attack or our defense. So,
Hmm.
but today they looked very very they looked much more complete.
Me,
But
I'll be content the day we finally have like we are properly playing ball. Like we are seeing like okay, there's ball progression, there's build up, there's good chance creation, there's transition, all those things. I don't think we're there yet, which is my own like just like my concern. But the hope is that the other teams that didn't qualify are not as good as us.
exactly, that's
Yeah,
the
they're
hope.
not. They are not as like Gabon is hot, right? And I fear them more than on paper. They should actually be. Um, they should be. They're the lowest ranked team in the playoffs, but I fear them more on paper.
On paper, we should beat everybody. I beg.
But we should be beating everybody. Yes,
Yes,
we
on
should.
paper, as long
We
as it's
should
not
be.
Ghana, Senegal, and the rest.
It should be beating Ghana too. It's Senegal that we should not be. If we face any situation that we face Senegal, it's going to be beaten. No amount of Osimhen magic will save us. A well structured national team.
Wait. To be fair, Ghana has, in my opinion, current. If they give best player in Premier League now, for
It's-
Semenyo,
That's fine. That's fine. But Ghana have other issues that they have been trying to solve.
that's true.
Especially they've had a midfield issue too. They've been looking for a partner with
Party.
Party, but I've forgotten the
They
guy's
didn't make it
name.
to the Afcon, right? They didn't qualify
No,
for Afcon.
they're not going to happen. Yeah. So that on paper we should also be decking Ghana too.
Wait, I don't know if I should be laughing when they entered the World Cup. Was never enter.
Yeah.
I'll be calm down for my laughter, beg.
Let's hold on. Let's hold on to that. Let's hold up on laughing for now. Like
Let's hold up on laughing.
there
Actually,
are still at least minimum three more games to play. So,
but anyway, though, I know you said you're supposed to leave at 7, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
the hard stop.
Yeah. It was a
This was
nice
good. If
film
we
break.
have more to add to it, we can definitely do it in the next one. Just a
Yeah.
quick
Next
one.
on Thursday, let's talk about the coming Premier League week. I think today's dedicate this one to Niger only.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. International break will be over, and we can get back to our Premier
Yeah,
League, Champions League, FA Cup, them struggles. So, but yeah, congrats, Niger. More work to come, and hopefully more successes too with them.
of course. As for the other big countries, yeah, I think almost every country that's supposed to qualify for the World Cup is qualified.
Yeah, everybody: Egypt, Senegal, Ghana, Cape Verde. Big shout
Oh,
out to
Cape
Cape
Verde
Verde.
does
Cape Verde qualified at Cameroon's expense.
yeah.
Cape Verde did
I don't know
very, very.
if they're the smallest country ever to make the World Cup. I'm not sure about that. So
I don't think they're the smallest country ever to make it to World Cup, but
they're pretty small though.
yeah, they are very small. They're a combination of islands, I think.
Okay.
But they did very well, and I think they deserve the most hype out of everybody
Yeah,
in
they've been
this World Cup.
balling, and this has been for a while now. This is actually not new,
Yeah,
especially from last half when I
yeah,
saw them. They're really good.
yeah.
Yeah, as for
But
the European people, everybody that's supposed to qualify is qualifying except the. You can't really call Italy a surprise anymore, but
yeah, Italy have. I think they have a Italy has in my opinion, they have what's the word? The crop of talent that is coming is
As
not matching what they've had in the past.
they had a downturn of talent for a while now.
Yeah, I don't think it's a tactical this thing. I think it's actually their drafting, for lack of a better term.
That's true. And if you think about it, their league is literally being carried by non-Italian talent. To be honest,
Yeah, yeah. The league is being carried by non-Italian talents.
which is not what it used. That's not how it used to be back in the days,
Yeah,
like the days
yeah,
of like Totti, Tony, and co.
yeah. Their league is not carried by their
Which,
talents. The only, I mean, their defenders are still pretty solid.
yeah,
Bastoni and Calafiori, but their talents up
attacking
front,
wise,
talent is
I
not.
think Verratti was probably the only reasonable midfielder they've had for the past couple of years, and he
No,
himself.
they've had no, no. They still have it. They have the midfield has been good.
Uh,
It's the actually attacking talent.
who
There
is
was
that
Jorginho. There was Jorginho Verratti.
guy?
Yes,
Compare,
yes.
compare that compare that to
Jorginho was European mid. No, no, no.
2000,
Jorginho.
2010. Look at that.
Jorginho is the reason why Jorginho is European Player of the Year because he performed for Italy and they won the Euros.
Yeah, yeah, I know Jorginho is good, but guy, I feel like there's been a drop in quality level from their previous midfield. From like
That is true. In the now, there is right, but their problem has for the longest has been attack.
yeah, yeah, I
That's
was
been
gonna look
their
on this.
problem.
Attack
Their
is
attacking talent has been like the quality gap is almost exponential.
yeah.
Like
I know that
the
is fair.
last great hope they had in attack is coming
Balotelli.
off Liverpool's no. That's not that far. It's actually Chiesa. Chiesa is the last great hope that they had till his ACL surgery. I mean ACL injury. They,
And
they
that's
are
just
following.
him though. Who else?
Just him. Just him. That's the thing. It's just him.
See, I
It's
said
just him.
Balotelli was supposed to be their greatest.
But that one wasn't serious with his life now.
And that was supposed to be their player. That's their own name. And that Brazilian name, and they had Balotelli now. In- but anyway, it was a fun conversation.
Yeah,
Let's
yeah.
do this again.
For sure, for sure. I'm
All right,
always
Broski.
always down for a good one.
All right, bye
All
bye.
right. All right. Thank you.
He's torn the night open.